What we see here today in the Kumbh is called Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan means eternal, original and universal. Dharma or Dharma, you can translate in many different ways. You could say it is the eternal, original, universal path of yoga. This is just one way to say it. Sometimes it is also said as the Sanatan religion. And then actually it is a name that replaces Hinduism. Hinduism is a name given from outside. You were saying, oh, those people there are near the Indus Valley, they are Hindus, so they are doing Hinduism. But this is not how Hindus see it themselves. They see their path as Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan Dharma, which is original, meaning from the very beginning, from beyond the very beginning, it started. And eternal, it will always go on. And universal, meaning not only to be applied in India, everywhere, on any planet, Sanatan Dharma is. And in that way, Sanatan Dharma, while it is continuously the same game, continuously the same path, continuously the same work that needs to be done, it also adapts to whatever, local need there is. The yoga for people living in high mountains may be quite different from the yoga of people living in the plains or in the desert or a seafaring nation, or whether they are cobblers or computer people or whatever kind. So this is included in Sanatan Dharma. So Sanatan Dharma always changes and always stays the same. Like the universe. Same thing. How could it be otherwise? So, in that way we have to see all these traditions that exist as paths that started with usually one teacher who created something new. This is very normal in the whole history of the Vedic religion, that now and then the teacher comes and he brings the same story in a new way. And somehow or other, this new way appeals to people, not just because it's new, but also because it is somehow better adapted to those times. And so people work with it. And after some time, this teacher is no more, but this tradition continues. And the great value of tradition is that it is a tradition. That means that throughout the time that it has existed, a couple of 100 years or 1,000 years or many thousands of years, it must have brought forward several people who really got something out of it. Otherwise this tradition would have died out. It must have had some success for some people who then in turn became an inspiration to others to follow this path. This is the great value of tradition, but at the same time, if we look at how these traditions have come about, it also means that at some point, yes, something new may be needed. Some little shift, some little change, some little aspect, or maybe a big one, which is turned around and put in another way, and suddenly people who are trying and not finding much results suddenly are getting results. So in that way, new things are also welcome. But at least the people who are inventing new things should be well versed in the traditions. And not like it is happening now, especially in America, where like every day a new yoga is invented by some yoga teacher as a good marketing tool, good way to get some free press and attention. So that's a different thing. But still, Sanatan Dharma must be really seen as that. Always same, but ever changing, ever adapting. This is quite. So from that come all these traditions. And I like to make what I just explained a little bit more clear by some story. This is very much in the tradition of my teacher to tell stories, because they kind of stick. You can more easily remember a story. And this story actually came up last night, so I might have a little thinking to do sometime, but I think I'll manage.